This is the next part of our story, carrying on. Our CT110 Honda Postie bike. Now, what we've done is we've put on road trail tyres and paint job. The paintwork on it's pretty rough, but it's nice and shiny and it looks new, so happy about that. Brand new switch on there was a stolen bike and that was ripped out, got no keys. Greased up all of these bearings and it runs pretty smooth now, so we're happy about that. The motor, we didn't touch that, it seems to be alright. So what we did was we cleaned out the carbine, it was full of gunk, so we've done that and that's all set to go. Brand new chain, might be a bit loose, hitting on the swing arm here. So I'll adjust that. Brand new sprockets, front and back. New chain adjusters. And what our plan is to put in a stoplight of sorts here. We've got no indicators planned, so that's alright. Whether I use that stoplight or that stoplight, I don't know yet. I like this one myself, but so I'll just wait and see on that. All of the nuts were changed to nylock, mainly because this will be used in the bush and to stop any nuts and bolts coming loose. Where I can, I've used nylock nuts. You can see them here in the swing arm, they're really good. One on the stand there, and on the behind that engine bolt as well. That one there I didn't put one on because it's got a twin nut on there, holes on the fairing. Wiring, we've gone through the wiring, joined it all up. I reckon it'll be alright. Haven't run a back brake sensor here, not much point. It's only been in the bush, so he won't mind. What I'll end up doing is just masking off the ones that I don't use, save any short outs and that. We'll hook up the horn. You need the horn and that occasionally if you've got some cattle on the outback. We'll fix up this dodgy fuse. I don't know where they got that from, and that's a 30 amp fuse. It seems to be way too big for this bike. I'd have thought about 10 amp, just on the safe side. So anyway, sort out that. We've got some wiring here, but I haven't got a clue what it does. So one's red and one's black. There's a second fuse in there. I don't know what that does. So I don't know who was playing around with it. Maybe they used that for the hot wiring, so they had no key for it as it was stolen. So anyway, we'll fix up that. You can see nylock nuts there, and the brake lever and all that, and we're pretty right to go. Had plans to put in the front forks yesterday, and what we found was one of the fork tubes was bent. So what we did was we straightened out the fork tube. It's no big deal, but we also found that the lower leg is bent as well, and the tube won't go down that shaft all the way, so it's bent. So I've got a mate that's got a spare set of forks at home, so I'll strike up a deal with him and maybe we can do a swapsies. Once the lower part's bent, that's it, because this is aluminium and you can't sort of straighten it out, and it's all too hard. Still got the foot pegs to go on. Hook up some springs on the side stand, centre stand, side stands. Hook up the fuel lines, and I reckon it'll be ready to go in a couple of days. I've ordered new fork seals. These ones looked alright, but I thought, well, whilst I've got it apart, I'll just change them. $12 or something to change, so no big deal. Once they're done, they're done. And I reckon that's about it.